welcome to this video. On January 16th, 2018 at 6:17 p.m. Pacific time, there is a new moon in 26 degrees of Capricorn. And this new moon is also conjunct Venus at 28 degrees of Capricorn and Pluto at 19 degrees of Capricorn. This stellium in Capricorn is square to Uranus, sextile Chiron in Pisces, and sextile both Mars and Jupiter in Scorpio. So this has been quite a doozy of a new moon time frame because of these conjunctions to Pluto going on and all the aspects to these transformative, unconscious, revealing planets. So right now what's happening is we're being shaken up. All of the unconscious stuff is coming to the surface to be looked at and healed so that we can come into a greater awareness of the love that we are, because everything that comes to the surface is keeping us from being true to that love that we are. So because Venus is involved and Pluto is involved, all of the pain and things that need to be healed around love is really coming to the surface, and this new moon is a chance for us to have a new start in our relationships and also in dealing with authority figures as well. So a lot of healing around father figures and authority figures could also be coming up for us so that we can move forward and be more authoritative in our own right, be more of an authority on our own lives so that we can be more powerful within ourselves and responsible as well, because of course with great power comes great responsibility. So this is a time for taking control of our situation, no longer being held back by what others have told us we can or cannot do, especially people who have been authorities to us in the past. So right now is a time for growing beyond what we believe ourselves, like the things that people have put upon us in terms of whether or not we're capable of certain things. So this is a time to allow our abilities to really come forward and to be as true to ourselves as possible, be as authentic as possible, and become the authority of our own life. So, and then Jupiter and Mars are also trine Chiron in Pisces in this situation, and in conjunct Uranus in Aries. And Uranus just went direct on January 2nd. So the day after New Year's, it went direct. So things have been a little bit maybe, whenever a planet moves direct, there's an emphasis on that planet because it stays in the same degree for a moment before it starts moving forward once again. Of course, it's just from our own point of view that it moves forward. But ultimately what it does is it brings a emphasis on the energy of Uranus so that it's like we're receiving a lot of information right now, but now that it's moving forward, we can move forward with the ideas that we have and take action on those things. And there is a lot of integration occurring with the insights. We are receiving these insights, we're allowing them to integrate, especially because of all this deep emotional healing that's going on. It is a really strong time for integrating our shadow side, becoming aware of the darkness, so that we can really just allow it to be become more like accepted by ourselves. Because sometimes what happens with darkness is we try to shun it from ourselves, but that just creates a dissonance or discord within ourselves. What we need to do is accept that darkness and be like, I accept this about myself, and I forgive myself, and I love myself, so that it can become a part of you. Because there are gifts within our darkness that we may not always be aware of. So that is important for being able to move forward on the ideas that we have received. And yeah, and then Mercury just moved into Capricorn on January 10th and is conjunct Saturn in Capricorn. So with Mercury conjunct Saturn, this can possibly bring about pessimistic thinking. We might be a lot harder on ourselves right now. It also allows us to get very serious, responsible, and focused about our ideas. So this can be utilized, whether it's coming out in a negative way or a positive way. It's important to try to focus that energy on improving the situation. Try not to let the pessimistic thinking get you down. Utilize maybe the perfectionism so that you improve the situation. Focus your energy and focus on what you can do, not on what you have no control over. So it can bring about maybe this sense of needing to control everything as well. Maybe some OCD tendencies coming out, that kind of thing. It's important not to get too controlling in the situation. Allow for, the universe to take care of things as well. Let go of control to some degree. But just focus on what you can do and let go of the rest. It's really all it comes down to. And then Mercury on that day of the new moon on January 16th is going to also be sextiling Neptune in Pisces, because Mercury will be at 8 degrees and Neptune will be at 12 degrees of Pisces, and Mercury in Capricorn still, of course. So with that happening, okay, so Mercury conjunct Saturn has given us a sense of what is realistic, and we may have pared things down to what is the core thing you want to focus on, the most realistic thing that you can focus on. Of course, you don't want to be like too hard on some of the ideas you have, because some of them could be good ideas that maybe you just think aren't realistic, but maybe they are. But nonetheless, once you've pared down things to something that you really know you can focus on, then that's what you can really hold on to. When Mercury sextiles Neptune, this is a time for imagining all of the possibilities, and it's great for manifesting, because Neptune is all about just imagining all the different possibilities and attracting. Like, Neptune is a really good attractor because it gets you into that essence of spirit and things not being so solid. But Mercury in Capricorn helps you solidify those things. So it is more of a time for being less realistic in some ways. So that is kind of an interesting shift to go from Mercury conjunct Saturn to Mercury sextile Neptune, because, it'd be easier if it was the other way around in a way. But it is good for really expanding those possibilities and being more in touch with that spirit side, the intuitive side, and with imagining what it is you would like to create. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate it very much. Have an awesome time.